So during a long day at school, I decided to check my phone and go to Reddit. I then went to the Runescape subreddit, and oh boy, what did I find there. So apparently Jagex has fired two more Jmods, Mod Maz and Mod Meadows. And not only did that happen, but something else happened which I entirely do not agree with. In fact, I despise it. They released a treasure hunter promotion that gives away Nex armor. Tier 80 armor to be exact. Virtus armor. This shows us a few things. Jagex is completely ignoring the fact that they just got called out by the UK Parliament about microtransactions and gambling and people spending money on games. And now you can get a tier 80 armor, and people with a gambling addiction can gamble to get that tier 80 armor, which is actually buyable through bonds of course, but it doesn't matter. The point is, they are putting tier 80 armor, Nex armor, a mid to high tier boss, in the game through RNG system, which is treasure hunter keys, or which are treasure hunter keys. That's crossing the line and it's unacceptable. It truly is. Now you may think, well, it isn't that bad because you can buy bonds and get GP and buy the normal Virtus anyway, and you can't even augment the Virtus armor you get from Treasure Hunter, but you're missing the point. They're putting tier 80 armor, so something that you should grind or buy in game, in a gambling RNG system. They are wasting developer time on microtransactions yet again, ignoring the parliament, the players. The only way they could make this acceptable is make it a cosmetic override for the normal Virtus armor, but they didn't do that. They just didn't. And the reason this is concerning is because first it was chaotics, which weren't necessarily that bad to get as a lucky item, or god swords. But that just shows that those items are meaningless today in this year of RuneScape, or age of RuneScape, whatever. But what if they push this even further? Because lately the MTX has been going mad, just insane. I used to actually stand up for Jagex and, take on the Reddit hate in previous videos, but like the last few months, my opinion has completely changed, and RuneScape needs to turn around if it wants to survive, because I can already see... If they put something like tier 90s as a lucky winnable item on Treasure Hunter, could you imagine? This is extremely concerning if you think about the future of the game, because it's just sad, it's almost depressing, and I know you could say, I used to say this myself, it doesn't affect me or my playstyle, and it really doesn't, but if the game starts declining because of the MTX overload, it will be affecting you. So that argument is 50% valid, 50% invalid. It's subjective. Also, not to forget, while we're getting all of this MTX chucked into your faces, prominent Jmods are leaving Jagex faster than ever, which is even more strange. Like, what's going on? They fired Mod Lee, like one of the most important people in the community. They are throwing MTX at our faces. They're ignoring MTX posts. They are ignoring the UK Parliament. There's even some articles and Reddit posts I'll leave in the description that can pretty much explain the situation even better than I can. There's even a player that has spent $62,000 in RuneScape, which is concerning because some other games actually limit their players to how much they can spend because they actually care, and Jagex has been criticized for ages and they just don't seem to care for people that are spending unhealthy amounts of money on a online video game, which is very, very concerning to say the least. Now you may be thinking, why are you making this video? And I honestly don't know. I think it's more or less informative because I'm not sure what we as players have to say in stuff like this. I just hope the UK Parliament cracks down on the fact that MTX is just a massive issue. It's not even just RuneScape. There are other games that do have problems like this, but RuneScape is a prime example and probably one of the worst. Also, don't forget about the past, yet again. They did say there would be less MTX after Rune Pass, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. And better communication, just less promotions, but it has only gotten worse, and there have been more OP promotions by the month. Less content, nerfs, but MTX buffs. Jmon's leaving, even though they're making good money, it's very, very, very strange. And I just think it's extremely concerning because I don't want to see this game die earlier than I would think it would die, which would be 5+ years from now. But now it seems it's like I said in the previous video, what is going on in RuneScape 3, which was drama as well, or me covering the drama. I'm really unsure on how many years RuneScape 3 is left in it if it just keeps on going like this. Like it really has gotten much and much worse. To add to this, I personally don't mind a small amount of MTX as long as it stays the same, doesn't get worse, doesn't get better, just a tiny bit of cosmetics and stuff. I wouldn't mind as long as that money is actually used towards reworking content, polishing stuff, making it user friendly, bank rework, just things a large game company should have or do or focus on, but they just seem to have such an issue with that and just keep on blasting out MTX promotions. You know, this Virtus armor look could have been something else. They could have worked on something else, but instead they made it a treasure hunter item, which is ridiculous. If anyone watching this video has a good idea on what we could do as players to maybe stop Jagex from making or doing this again, or maybe reverting the Virtus from Treasure Hunter, please let me know. If it's a good comment, I will actually pin your comment so that people can see. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.